What's up, Interweb? RhyQuinn here, and welcome to the Week 1 recap and Week 2 preview for the Battle SubLeague. This is going to be a video that's going to go up every week to recap what has gone down in the previous week and what's coming up in the following week in the Battle SubLeague. Sorry, this is really delayed. This video was supposed to be up last Sunday or the Monday, but I was away at the weekend, and then when I came back, there were some complications getting all the information together and making all the graphics and all that stuff. So this has been really delayed, and the Week 2 recap will probably be up a few days after this one, but whatever. Also, I was really hoping to have some other Battle SubLeague bosses here with me, but and they will be in future weeks, but I literally just finished making the graphics for it, and I just thought, screw it, it's so delayed already, I can't wait for people, so I'm just going to start recording and just do it myself. But in future weeks, we will have other Battle SubLeague bosses here with me to discuss what's going down. So, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the matches that happened in the very first week of the Battle SubLeague, starting with Bitz versus AmasianTae, and this was a very, very good match, with Bitz picking up a very narrow 1-0 victory over AmasianTae. It was very, very close all the way through, trading pokes back and forth, and Tae looked like she might have had it in the bag, but then Bitz's Mega Latios coming through at the very end, managing to live a crunch from Crocodile, and managing to kill that, and Bitz picking up the very narrow 1-0 victory, leaving his Mega Latios with 2% health. Personally for me, this match is my match of the week, and you guys should totally go and watch Bitz or AmasianTae, or both of their sides of the battle, really. They're both really solid. Tae did a fantastic team analysis as well, and her graphics for that look awesome, by the way. So make sure to go watch that too. So that was the very first match, and that was really, really close, and as I said, my match of the week. Moving on to the second match, we're going to look at my match, and this was me, RhyQuinn, versus LacenMC. And again, this was a very, very close match, with me just edging Lacen out and picking up the 1-0 victory. Again, very narrow victory, as it all came down as to whether my extreme speed on my Arcanine would be able to take out his Kyron Black. Luckily, it could, and I managed to pick up the victory. But if it didn't kill, then Lacen would have killed me with an Earth Power. His Kyron was Choice Scarfed, and it was locked into Earth Power. So if I'd have not killed with that extreme speed, he would have killed my Arcanine with the Earth Power, and that would have been Lacen's game. So very, very, very close match. Again, really fun. I got a bit of hacks in there. Manaphy getting a Scald Burn on his Nidoking, which was a physical Nidoking, so it did hinder him quite a lot. I don't know if it mattered too much, because I did have things on my team that outsped it, and I could just revenge it with my Zapdos or something like that. So obviously it mattered, but I don't know if it completely changed the entire outcome of the match. We'll have to see. But anyway, that was my match. I was very happy to pick up a victory in Week 1, though. It's going to be fun moving on to Week 2. But looking at the third and final match of this week, this was Jordinez versus Youngster Joey, and Jordinez managed to pick up a 4-0 victory over Youngster Joey. Big, big win in Week 1 for Jordinez here, and he played very, very well in this match. He identified Joey's weaknesses and exploited them, and I think on Joey's side, to kind of support Joey here, I don't think he kind of knew what Jordan's Pokemon could do, but that's not his fault. That comes with practice and experience. So I'm gonna make a prediction right now that we will see Youngster Joey massively improve over the weeks, and especially when it comes to the rematches in Phase 2 of the Battle SubLeague. I really think we're going to see Joey massively improve, as he's going to know or have a better idea of what these Pokemon can do and how he can try and avoid the weaknesses that he has. But very well played from Jordinez. Mega Sharpedo getting a couple of kills. His Roserade, absolute beast, by the way. Absolute beast. Roserade eating up, I think it was a Draco Meteor from Kingdra. Beast. And that was awesome. So Jordinez definitely playing for the differential at the end of the match, and it paid off, winning with a 4-0. He's sitting with a +4. So, bearing that in mind, we can look at the table after Week 1, and obviously Jordinez is up on top with his +4 differential. Bitz is in second because the alphabet is a thing, and I'm in third. And then moving down to AmasianTae in 4th, again because of the alphabet. LacenMC in 5th, and Youngster Joey down at the bottom in 6th. Obviously this is just week 1, so places are going to change hugely come week 2. But for now, there's the 3 wins in Bitz, myself, and Jordinez, and the 3 losses with AmasianTae, LacenMC, and Youngster Joey. Again, very close matches between Bitz and AmasianTae and myself and Lacen, so it's not really that big in terms of win-loss ratio. Obviously it's big, but in terms of differential, we're still very, very close to being one way or the other. So it should be really interesting to see where this goes in the future. Looking forward to the week 2 matches. We're going to have some really, really, really interesting matches going on next week. And that is, we have Bitz, who obviously won this week against AmasianTae, versus myself, RhyQuinn, who also won this week. So we're going to see one team guaranteed to be 1-1 after that match, and one team going on to be 2-0, which is going to be very, very interesting. We'll see how that goes. And that match has already actually happened before I'm recording this, but no spoilers here. I'm going to save that for later. The next match going on in week 2 is going to be AmasianTae versus Youngster Joey, and again, both of these teams lost in week 1, so it's going to be very interesting. Again, there's going to be a team that's guaranteed to be on 1-1, and one team is going to be on 0-2, so it's going to be very interesting to see who comes out on top. And I realise I've said interesting about 70,000 times in the last 2 minutes, but shut up. So again, that's going to be a really cool match to see both of these guys. Probably in fairness, I think these are probably the least experienced battlers in terms of competitive battling. The 2 least experienced. So it's going to be very, I was about to say interesting again. It's going to be cool to see how these 2 match up against each other. The third and final match going into week 2 is going to be LacenMC versus Jordinez. And this will be cool to see if Lacen can come and bounce back from his week 1 loss. And it'll be, I need to think of other words to interesting. I'm curious to see if Jordinez can keep his momentum going after the big 4-0 win in week 1, to see if he can keep it going into week 2. And the last thing before we end this video, just going to have a quick look at the MVP race to see what the most valuable Pokemon is. And sitting up top in the first place is Kyurem Black for LacenMC. Kyurem Black caused a lot of problems for my team, and picking up 3 kills with the 1 death, of course, means that he's at a +2 differential. Also on a +2 differential is Mega Latios, but he is in 2nd place, as Kyurem Black does have more kills. There are a lot of Pokemon with 2 kills and 1 death, but they're in the order they're in because of the alphabet again. But there's a lot of Pokemon there, such as Gengar, Hydreigon, Mega Sharpedo, Mew, Skarmory, and Talonflame. Interesting to see Mew and Skarmory up there, along the likes of Talonflame and Gengar. I don't know if that's going to be sustained, but we'll see how that goes. Also, Arcanine sitting in 9th place, along with Cloyster. There's quite a lot of Pokemon. There's also with 1 kill and 0 deaths on a +1, but just off because of alphabetical order, is Roserade as well for Jordinez. So in terms of people that are in there, Youngster Joey doesn't have any pokes in the top 10. LacenMC only has his 1, but it is in 1st place, so, you know, whatever. Take from that what you will. Bitz has 3 Pokemon in there, Mega Latios, Gengar, and Talonflame, which is very, very solid. Jordinez has the 3, and as I said, Roserade is in 11th as well, so I guess 4, because it's technically tied. I've got 2 with Mew and Arcanine, and Tae has just the 1 with Skarmory. So we'll see how that changes. I feel like there's a lot of Pokemon as well that are on a differential of 0, getting 1 kill, 1 death, or not being brought at all and having 0 and 0. So we'll see how those change going into week 2. But as of now, Kyurem Black sitting on top of the MVP race. So that's it for the week 1 recap and week 2 preview video for the Battle SubLeague. Thank you for joining me for this very quick video, and apologies it is so late, and apologies that it was only me and no other subway bosses. But we will see you next week for another recap video. Please make sure to go and watch these matches, as they are very, very entertaining as well. If you don't have time, then that's what this video is for. But if you do, please make sure to go watch those videos, because people put a lot of effort into them. So it would be cool if you guys went and watched them. So thank you for joining for this video. If you did enjoy, please make sure to leave a like, leave a comment with who you're supporting and who you feel put on the best performance this week. What matches you're looking forward to next week. If you feel like it, you can subscribe and keep up to date with future videos. As I said, there's going to be this every week. And I will see you guys next week for the Week 2 recap and the Week 3 preview. See you guys then. Toodaloo.